As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
I just had a man. I showed him my new hair. And I was like, I have a mullet going on. And he called me Billy They Cyrus. I just had a...
Although I'm usually critical of the ABCD community and the Rainbow Hair Coalition, this girl actually took a joke and laughed at it, and she wasn't crying about it, posting on social media about how everyone has been attacking her, posting about how people want to apparently erase her. She was able to take the joke and laugh at it and move on with her life. Props to this girl.
God didn't do that, you did it.
The way I just got a hate comment being like, oh, how is Trump erasing you? You look like an American female. That was so affirming, bitch.
Jeez, this is gonna be good. We'll keep drinking on the woke tears.
You all will not stop the transition of our people. I don't care. I don't care how much you talk. I don't care how much you have conversations, but I want you to understand, we exist. We're not going nowhere, and you all are not going to stop shit. We're going to make sure that our youth, that our siblings get everything that they deserve. Why? Because our ancestors put us in place to make sure that shit happens. Thank you.
You can wear all the costumes you want in the world. You can put on a wig. You can inject yourself with all sorts of things, but you will always still be a man.
You don't have consent to record a f***ing baby, you stupid.
That's very misogynistic of you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it is. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you to record a f***ing child?
Why are you misogynistic?
Why are you a f***ing...
See? Misogyny just oozing out of you.
I swear to God, have you ever got your ass hit?
Oh, what are you gonna do right now while the cops are right there?
Have you? Is that why you act the way you do?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong?
You resort to physical violence because you're the way you are.
No, you do not have consent to record a little f***ing baby.
I have a right to record whoever I want in public.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you barely do.
Yes, I actually do.
What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do
Stop
about
fucking
it?
talking.
That's right.
Man, you're too easy. You need to go to anger management for real. Therapy.
It's about to be.
Bye.
Medication. Something.
Calm down.
Hey, guess what?
I don't know what people find hard to understand about the fact that them being in public does not negate them from being recorded in public. If you are in public, people are able to record you. And I also don't understand why she keeps pointing out that there are kids there. These same kids, you teach them a lot of degenerate things, but now you seem to be worried as to the fact that she's recording you. You don't really care about the kids. You just don't like the fact that she's recording you.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Do you think there should be more than two genders in America?
Yeah, I don't know what that executive order means. I don't know what the president declared.
It means there are two genders, male and female. Do you disagree with that?
How many genders are there, Harry?
Yeah,
Come on, little guy. How many genders are there?
Again, these guys don't know what they're talking about, so they won't be able to
Harry,
answer.
how many genders are there?
Legal enforcement
How many genders are there, Harry?
How many genders are there?
What's the legal... I'm gonna use Joe Biden's answers. At least two. At least two. That satisfies.
Well, how
the
many
little
more
brains you
are there
guys
than
got going
male,
up in there.
female?
That's a TikTok answer.
There's at least two.
Yeah.
There's at least two.
Well, no, hang on. There's male and female.
Kid is like human brain
Donald
rot.
Trump says there's male and female. There are two.
Okay, Dave.
How many
Russian Reuben,
more
come
are
on
there
now.
after male and female, Harry?
There's at least two. Now, anyway, let me get back to
what
what I was
at
saying.
least
How many
two?
more are there?
What are the other ones?
There's at least two.
What are
There's
the
at
other
least
ones?
two.
Harry, let's
with
try it this way.
executive order,
You're a
what's the legal
female.
ma-
What is the
It's
other
It's
gender?
so funny. It's so funny how these conservatives just get time to lie on this show, but when I'm speaking, they all
We
interrupt
asked a
and there's no
damn
problem.
question.
You've just been asked a very simple
I'm trying to
question,
have a
Harry.
conversation with
How many
peers, not you,
genders there
Mr.
are?
Comb over. Relax for me.
Harry,
Take a
you
breather.
simply
Thank
got
you so
asked
much.
if there are at least two genders, how many more
Wait,
are
Piers,
there than
Piers.
male and female?
Piers, you asked me about Donald Trump's executive order. I'm trying to explain how legally it makes absolutely no sense and it's going to get sued in court. Then we go into culture wars with Dave Rubin and this Ferguson guy asking how many genders are there.
No,
I'm trying
I'm
to answer your
asking
question.
you.
They're screaming their faces
Yes,
off.
I'm
Your
asking
issues
you.
don't fucking matter.
I'm
Harry,
asking
nobody.
you.
Oh God, this
And
child.
Piers, I've
I'm
given
asking you, Harry,
Piers,
how many
and
genders
I'm
are
answering
there?
your question.
Harry,
Piers, I've answered your question.
Harry, how
There
many
are at
genders are
least
there?
Two. There are at least two.
Two
Is
or
that,
at least
are there
two?
100?
Hang on,
Are there
Ben.
100?
Hang on, Ben. I've got
More
this.
or less than 100?
Can I answer the question?
Yes,
for
Cornell.
Brother Harry?
Answer the question.
Can I answer the question
Yes.
for Brother Harry? Because Brother Harry trying
Yes,
to hold
help
on.
him out, Cornell.
That according to Shakespeare, all of us are androgynous. There are men and there are women. There are different sides of human beings, all made in the image of a God that has a dignity and a sanctity. And if you're going to try to start demonizing precious trans folk, then I'm going to be fighting. But it's not. But
okay, Cornell, I agree with them. I agree with them. I agree. Don't
This
demonize
is all
trans
the
folks,
left
but there
has
is
left.
Number one, you saying there's at least two genders is just stupidity. Your group is a group who believes that there are multiple genders, but for some reason you can't seem to name them and name the thing we already know. We know there are only two genders, and I don't even believe in gender. There are two sexes. Gender is made up. It's just personalities. Number two, why do all of these new young wokies look like they're 12 years old? Before we get back into the video, make sure you guys like the video if you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell that you'll see beside the subscribe button so that you're notified when one of my videos come out. Follow me on Instagram, X as they call it, TikTok at YinkaThatGuy, and let's get back into the video.
If homophobia is a phobia and a phobia is a fear and fear is defeated by knowledge and you gain knowledge by reading, and maybe in order to cure homophobia, all we need to do is hit the homophobes over the head with a book.
You do know shouting does not make what you're saying any more true than what it really is. It's all bullcrap. You can keep shouting and posting it online. It's all a lie.
If you live in Portland, Oregon, and you thought the ice raids were going to take a while to make it to our city, you're wrong. They were already spotted in Northeast Portland and in downtown today. Remember that if you see an ice truck, you yell "La Migra" as loud as possible. If you need to covertly alert somebody without yelling, if you think that they have a better chance at getting away that way, you can say "Oye, la migra aquí," which just means, hey, ICE is here, get out of here. Remember to use your privilege as a citizen to help our comrades that don't, because they need us right now. And a very unfriendly reminder that no one is illegal on stolen land.
I know I sound like a broken record, but they always have a certain look. The bull nose ring piercing, when I see that, I do not want to hear what they're about to say.
So I live 15 minutes from the Gulf of America. I guess that's what we're calling it now. I'd rather call it like the Gulf of Beijing, the Gulf of masculine fragility, the Gulf of the oligarchs. Actually, I like the Gulf of the oligarchs. Anyways, I'm in Florida and I'm freezing cold. I had the heat on in my house and I'm wearing a beanie, or toque for my Canadian friends. This is not normal. It's been cold for like almost 2 months now, maybe a month and a half. I love it, but this is climate change. And it's about to get way fucking worse.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you
We don't care.
Jerry.
The most powerful people on earth have spent their day using that power to try to convince me, and a lot of other people like me, that I'm a man, that we're men. And you want to know the funny part? All of that power and all of that money and all of that influence, I'm still a woman. And nobody can change that. And it's just funny to me because they try so hard. They try so hard, and it's so cute, but it's not going to work.
We do not have to convince you of anything. Reality will speak for you. You are indeed a man, and it is what it is.
People that have lived here for a really long time call that area Mexicanville, and I don't. When we moved here from California, from LA area, that's where we moved, and that's always been like, I know my blood isn't Hispanic, Spanish, Puerto Rican, Colombian, whatever it, but I want to go help. It was right there, and I had to drive away because I'm a mother and I can't. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because I don't know. It could just be something's happening, but knowing that today is the day they start, and knowing that a huge mass of the population of that ish whatever area is on the map.
I'm still trying to figure out how these people continuously post themselves crying on social media. The weird thing I always find about videos like this is the fact that they recorded themselves, looked back at the video after they recorded themselves, saw themselves crying on the video, and still decided to post the stupidity that they post. Another thing I want to point out is I'm not understanding how there is this thing called 4B and women were supposedly shaving their hair. Yet all of these videos, I see all of these women with their hair. For some reason, this 4B movement and this movement of women apparently shaving their hair and wearing blue bracelets have all vanished. Interesting.
Guys, I messed up. I messed up. So I had a kid on Monday. They said their pronouns were she, her. Then on Wednesday, yesterday, they came to me and they said, you know what? My pronouns are they, them. I want you in the class to use they, them. Okay, cool, great. They come to class today. There's names on desks in groups for assigned seats. They can't find theirs because I guess my first class knocked it off. So I go to the class. Hey, is she in anyone's group? Does anyone see her name? It took me 5 minutes to realize what I did. So someone asked a question yesterday, what do you do when you mess up? Well, we all mess up. So what I did when they were sitting by themselves, I approached them and said, I screwed up, didn't I? And they said, yep. And I said, I am so sorry. That is completely 100% my fault. I apologize. I will not get it wrong moving forward. Please know I heard you when you told me your pronouns, and I will get it right. That was totally my bad. I apologize. So that's what you do. You own it. You apologize. They were happy that I came over to them. They were disappointed in me. I just saw the look of disappointment, and I was just like so disappointed in myself. But we just get better. We learn, we grow, get better. I will not F it up again.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, but people like this are teaching your kids. And if you don't want to listen to me, you don't have to. But I'm advising people to start trying to homeschool your kids.
Under fascist regimes, police are given almost limitless power to enforce laws. The people are often willing to overlook police abuses and even forego civil liberties in the name of patriotism. There is often a national police force with virtually unlimited power in fascist nations. Fascist regimes almost always are governed by groups of friends and associates who appoint each other to government positions and use governmental power and authority to protect their friends from accountability. It is not uncommon in fascist regimes for national resources and even treasures to be appropriated or even outright stolen. And the last one which I wasn't naming all of these, but just to give you the last one's name, it's fraudulent elections. Sometimes elections in fascist nations are a complete sham. Other times, elections are manipulated by smear campaigns against or even assassination of opposite candidates, use of legislation to control voting numbers or political district boundaries, and manipulation of the media. Fascist nations also typically use judiciaries to manipulate or control elections. So there you have it. If you don't believe we're living in a fascist society, I guess you're a fascist or really fucking stupid. And both are terrible. I have no respect for anyone who voted for this disaster.
You sound like you're reading from ChatGPT or something, because you're talking absolute nonsense and only someone stupid could come up with this.
The news I woke up to this morning: shut down reproductiverights.gov, a website that millions of women use to seek advice when it comes to their own bodies. Pulled out of the World Health Organization. The World Health Organization. Ended birthright citizenships for people who have parents that are illegally here. Birthright citizens, our 14th Amendment. The Constitution is no longer viewable on the internet. Go search it up. I'm having a very hard time staying calm. I'm having a very hard time doing anything but feeling existential doom. And I know that's not helpful, but I don't know.
Stop it. Get some help.
Thinking that this was the final day, this was the 11th hour, and now it looks like it wasn't the 11th hour, which is very confusing. But I know that I thought it was because it was logical.
Yes,
it was like,
exactly.
My guide said 11th hour. They didn't give me a date. I interpreted it to mean today because logically I couldn't see any other solution.
Sure.
And so I guess we're now being called upon to figure, kind of imagine that there's another pathway to the final vision that we saw.
Exactly.
Of the Lotus POTUS, right? There's another pathway. And, and I want to remind people that one of the things that I was told is that it was probably going to be a neutral third party. And I was also told one of these inter-realm agencies, like the NATO or the ICC or the G7 or the UN. And 3 of those organizations have made statements in the last week specifically about finagling of jousts. And 2 of those organizations have visited the Capitol in the last week. So we, again, as Kate points out, we have a lot of facts, right, that support our intuition, and yet here we are without yet the happy ending that we have envisioned. And so we have to figure out how to work through this, how to hold on to hope, how to, adapt ourselves to the moment so that we can continue on with this work that we've been asked to do by Spirit.
You have to be a stupid individual to believe in this nonsense. These people gathered together because all of their predictions didn't come to pass. If you believed in this, I really feel sorry for you. Actually, you know what? I don't feel sorry for you. You're a stupid person.
Our new president has declared on day 1 of his presidency that our country will no longer recognize any gender aside from male or female. As a non-binary person who lives in the United States of America, I'm a New Yorker. I live in New York. I'm not going anywhere. I love this city. All right. Okay. So if I'm no longer a human, legally speaking, of course, I might as well have fun. I might as well have fun. If I'm no longer legally a human, what does that make me? Something else? Something scary? Do I scare you? Okay. I might as well be the monster you've made me. But nah, I can't. I'm not a monster. I'm actually full of love. There's a lot of uncertainty in the air, and one thing I do know for sure, one thing I am certain about, is that fun and interesting, weird, crazy-looking makeup brings me a lot of joy. I love doing this. And I know that it brings a lot of other queer people a lot of joy. So how am I spending my day this Inauguration Day? I am going to go commiserate with my fellow queer people at my favorite lesbian bar, ready for the circus.
Am I surprised? No.